Okay, this is lesson 11.4, understanding area. Okay, so last week we worked with perimeter, which is the space around a figure, and area is different. So area is finding the space inside of the figure, okay? All right, so let me scroll down here. Area is the measure or the number of unit squares needed to cover a flat surface. A unit square is a square with a side length of 1 unit. It has an area of 1 square unit. So if you look down below here, they have they have 2 different examples. Okay? All right, so normally we would have our geoboard in front of us and we would be able to draw out our figure and find the area inside of the figure. But today we're just going to use our dotted paper, okay? All right, so part A says use your geoboard or your dotted paper below to form a figure made from 2 unit squares. Record the figure on this dot paper, okay? All right, so I am going to go ahead and draw a figure. And inside of my figure is going to have an area of 2 unit squares. Okay? All right, so here is 1 unit square and here is 2 unit squares. So down below when a question asks what is the area of this figure, the area is 2 square units. Okay? All right, so part B, same thing. It says change the rubber band or change your shape so that the figure is made from 3 square units and record your figure down below. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to go ahead and draw a figure that has an area of 3 square units. Okay, so from here to here is 1, here to here is 2, and then I have my third. So the area of this figure is 3 square units. Okay. All right, going on to the second page. Okay. All right, so this says draw 3 figures that are each made from 4 unit squares. Find the area of each. Okay, so all of our area is going to be the same. It's going to be 4 unit squares. So I'm going to go ahead and have you pause this video, and I would like you to just start with figure 1. So I want you to go ahead and draw a figure so I'll have you pause the video, and then I want you to draw a figure of 4 unit squares, and then we will compare. All right, so I went ahead and drew a figure. Now mine may look different than yours or the same as yours. So inside of here, I'm going to show you where my 4 square units are. And 4. Okay, so figure 1 has 4 square units. So down below here, where it says area, my area is equal to 4 square units. Okay. All right, so again, you could have chose a different figure or a different shape. You just need to have 4 square units. So same thing for part B, or for the next part, we're going to draw an area of 4 square units again, and go ahead and pause the video and we will compare our shape. Okay, so this is the shape that I drew for figure 2. Again, yours may look a little similar or different, but we should both have an area of 4 square units. So I'm going to go ahead and block off my units. So there is 1 unit. There is 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so down below I have an area of a shape with 4 square units. Okay. All right, so same thing for figure 3 or part 3. You'll go ahead and pause the video and I will draw my shape, and again we will compare, and we should have the same, not the same shape, but it should be equal to 4 square units. All right, so here is my shape for figure 3. I'm going to go ahead and block it off so you can see each unit. So there is 1. Oops, there's 1. 2, 3, 4 square units. So down below, I'll write the area is equal to 4 square units. Okay? All right, so each shape or each figure is different, but they all have the same area. So same thing on yours. You may have a different figure drawn in each, or yours may look different than mine, but they should all have the same area. Okay? All right, so down below, same thing here. I did not mark anything on your notes for you, so I would like you to pause the video and go ahead and try questions 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we will compare answers. So you are finding the area or how many units are inside of the figure. So go ahead and pause the video, and then we will compare questions or answers for 1 through 4. All right, so let's go back to number 1. So I found 6 square units within my figure. So let's go over to the figure that we here have on the right, and we will count the unit squares. So we'll mark them off. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so the shape or this figure that we have off to the right is 6 square units. So again, if you did not get the same answer, go ahead and pause the video and recount. Okay, so down for number 2, I also got an area of 6 square units. I will mark them off with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so counting again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 square units for figure 2. Okay, all right, so for number 3, again, I counted 9. Let's go through and we will block off and count our square units together. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, so 9 square units for number 3. Again, if you did not get 9 square units when you were counting, go ahead and pause the video and recount. Okay, so number 4, for this figure, I got an answer of 8 square units for my area. We'll go ahead and count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so an area of 8 square units for number 4. Okay? All right, so down below, number 5 and 6, these are questions that are relating to perimeter area. And again, perimeter is the area around a figure, and area is the area inside, or the space inside of a figure. Okay, so questions 5 and 6 are asking you, what would you use to solve the problem? Would you use area or would you use perimeter in the situation? So number 5 says, find a rug for your room. So I am trying to think if I would use area or if I was to use perimeter if I was buying a rug for a room. So go ahead and pause the video, and I want you to decide what you think you would use. Would you use perimeter or their distance around an area, or would you use area, which is the space inside? All right, so you should have gotten area for number 5. So buying a rug for a room, you would look at the area or the space inside. Okay, so number 6 says putting a fence around a garden. Would you use perimeter, the space or the distance around a figure, or would you use area, the space inside of a figure? Go ahead and pause the video and write down your answer. All right, so you should have gotten perimeter. So you would use perimeter or the distance around a figure if you were putting up a fence around a garden. Okay? All right, so that is what I have for you for notes for 11.4. Again, if you want to replay the video, you can always go back and rewatch it. Looking through your notes, if I have questions that were crossed off, that means that you do not have to do them. On your assignment, I have number 8 on page 647 crossed off. That means that you do not have to do it. Okay. If you're looking for extra practice with area, you can always check out Khan Academy, and I have assigned assignments on there as well as videos for more instruction or extra practice. Okay. All right. That is 11.4.